Good morning, students. As you know, the chapter the reproductions in higher and lower plants. So now we come to the end of the chapters. The end part is your reproductions in development in embryo, seed and fruit development, and then the polyembryony. So first of all, we see about development of embryo. How your embryo is developed. So here is the structure. I will let you know. So that process of development of zygote into an embryo is called embryogenesis. Process of development of zygote into embryo is called embryogenesis, and it most of the develop onto the micropolar end. This is your micropolar end. We see with the diagrams. Okay. So this is your pollen grain or this is your embryo. We call it oospore. Okay. So it divides into meiotically to form a two cells. That is a suspensor cell. We call it suspensor initial also, as well as another is your embryonal initial. This is on your chala end. This is suspensor cell. This is on micropolar end. This is your micropolar end, and this embryonal initial is on chala end. So it will further divide. It's like a mitosis. So it will divide into a further case. So this is your suspensor cell, and these are your micro initial ends. Okay. So after that, there is a division of 6 to 10 cells for the what can I say? Suspensor cell. Sorry, your suspensor cell gets further divided into 6 to 10 cells. So this is your suspensor cell, and these are nucleus which are divided. These are you can also embryo. These are divided into 6 to 10 cells. These are divided into 6 to 10 cells. So this is your suspensor cell. This small nucleus which called lomule, and your interlayer which is another place which are known as cotyledon. So after that, there is a further mitosis process is continuously. So it will done into the structure is big. Your suspensor cell gets swollen. It gets swelled like a balloon. So your suspensor cells get swollen, and your further structure is happening like that. These are radical. These are your hypocorticals, and inside it there is a cotyledons, as you see here. Okay. So step by step the embryo gets developed and the nucleus gets expanded. They are increasing in number of, because every time there is a mitosis process happened. Okay. Your suspensor cell is here, and all the nucleus are done in embryonal initial. They are increasing in the embryonal initial. At the end, it was look like a structure of horseshoe shape, like a horseshoe shape. You can see in the diagram. It's mentioned carefully here. Let me explain. Your first part is scutellum, then your here part is your coleoptile. This is your shoot apex where the nucleus is born. This is an important factor. Then your a small vertebral structure, that is epiblast, your radicle, your root cap, coleorexa. Okay. The first cell towards oospore divided into two cells, that is suspensor initial and embryonal initial. Then it divided into the suspensor gets swelled in the dividations. Here your 6 to 10 cells are dividations. Then a plumule form, then the cotyledons form. Further divide. This is a mitosis process. Suspensor cell gets swollen like a balloon. Your radicals, your cotyledons. So step by step, there is the formation of embryo. The development of zygote is called embryogenesis. Okay. Now we see about. So there is a two process. There is a two types of embryo. One is monopod and one is dipod. In monopod, there is a single nucleus, and if there is a dipod, there is a double nucleus. Or you can say two nucleus forming the structure is near about the same. Okay. Now next is your seed and fruit development. How your seed and fruit get developed. So the goal of reproduction is every living organism to continuous species, to continuous genetics. So one of the white plants to produce offspring, so they make their offspring by seeds. So some flowers, they can make their pollination they can fertilize by pollination by birds, insects, but some are not doing with that. So they are doing with seeds. Some plants, if you grow your soybean seed, for example, only, if you grow your soybean seed, in your farm, in your soil, when it will get a water of water and your nutrition, so it will grow a plant. So what is with a single seed you can make a whole plant. So the flower must be pollinated in order to produce seeds and fruit. The seed development is initiated by fertilization. There is fertilization. When you grow the seed, there is a fertilization. You got a new plant. Okay. So now we see the structure of seed. How it look like. First of all, we see the dipole seed, like a bean. Bean you can say, okay, you can say it's kidney-like structure. It's a kidney type structure. Here is the combined structure here. This is your all is your embryo. This is all is your embryo, and there is a layers. There is a layers which is known as epicotyle, and the main part is this is your empty part is known as cotyledon, which is the reservoir or which is the source of food which take from endosperm to produce the embryo, cotyledon. Then this is your seed pod. You can say it's the outer layer which to protect the seed, to protect the inside seed layer. Okay. Now the seed sometimes consists of two coverings. Your outer layer is what is the testa, and your inner layer is tegmen. The nucleus is the ovule may persist cellular-like. In some seeds, the food reservoirs in the endosperm. In some seeds, the food reservoirs in the endosperm, and which partially used to develop in the embryo. Seeds are developed in the endosperm, and the embryo used for fertilization process. Okay. For example, is castor, and we call him the endosporic agents. The example is castor, coconut, maize. In other seeds, embryo absorb the food from endosperm and completely during the embryo. What endosperm do it? It take the food from endosperm and produce to the embryo to get fertilization or to get developed to it. These are non-endosporic agents. And the cotyledons and some endosporic seeds acts by food storage. Others they can for photosynthetic agents. Okay. This is your seed structure. This is your epicotyle. This cotyledon structure is take the food from endosperm. We take the food from endosperm and grow the embryo, because he need to food, he needs nutrition to grow up. So he will take food and nutrition from endosperm and he will grow up. Okay, so there is no any example. There are some characteristics of fruit and seed developments. Fruits provide nourishment to the developing seeds, which are providing nourishment to the fruit. Protect the seed in immature conditions. When in the immature conditions, so will protect him till to the mature conditions. Seeds serve as the important propagating units. Seeds and fruit develop special dishes as a dispersal and thus help in distribution of species. So he can distribute the species. So there is a new plants are formed. Okay. Now your apomixis. Now the next point is your apomixis. Apo means oppose, or you can say that prevent, and mixis is the mixing. Mixing is the method. Your apomixis. Your apomixis. Apo means oppose, or you can say it's to prevent. So to prevent mixes. He is preventing mixing. He is not allowing to mix them. So simple. The name indicates that it is a phenomenon of formation of embryo through asexual reproductions without formation of gametes. He is not mixing now. If he is not mixing, then it is a asexual reproduction without formation of gametes. There is no formation of gametes, but still there is a fertilization. It is a unisexual reproduction. There is no meiosis and no syngamy. Unisexual, because there is no mixing of any gametes, there is no mixing of any sexual contacts, so it's totally apomixis. When a gametophyte organ cell produces embryo-like structure without fertilization, it called apogamy. When a gametophyte organ cell produces embryo-like structure without fertilization or without any contact, it called apogamy, which are divided in further three types. So apomixis is divided in three types. That is your recurrent apomixis. Second is your, what is second? Non-recurrent. Second is your non-recurrent apomixis. And third is your, what is third? Addentive embryony. Addentive embryony. Now we see one by one. So what happens in recurrent apomixis? In this type, the embryo sac is generally rise either from the other part of nucleus. It generally, but which other part of nucleus? Because there is no mixing. Example is your taraxum. The unreduced embryo sac is derived from the diploid megaspore mother cell. Second is your non-recurrent. In that, what happens? The megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division to form a haploid nucleus. Meiotic division, there is two cells. If there is a two cells, the meiotic, what happens in meiotics? There is a breakdown of cells or there is a differentiation of cells. So in non-recurrent, there is a meiosis done. Meiosis. So diploid to haploid nucleus you are formed without fertilization or without any contact, without any mixing. Your example is nicotiana, a plant of tobacco. You can say that nicotiana. It's nicotine, antipsychotic drug. Okay. Third is your addentive embryony. What happens in that? In this type, embryo may develop somatic nucleus along with the zygotic embryo. It is a very common technique. Mango, orange, lemon, these are examples for it. Now, another is parthenocarpy. Well, it's not very important, but let me know you. Parthenocarpy. These are not going to ask you questions, but if we given in exam, so let us know. This is what you know, parthenocarpy. It is coined by a scientist known in 19th centuries. It is a condition when which a fruit develops without process of fertilization. All are without fertilization, na? Apomixis, there is no contact, there is no fertilization of gametes, there is no mixing of any sexual contacts. Same like that. Last is your polyembryony. As you see here, polyembryony. Polyembryony. The word indicates poly means many, or you can say them more than one. Polyembryony. Poly means more than one. Poly means more than one, and your embryo means embryo. Okay. So what indicates that poly means more than one? So it is developed. It is the development of more than one embryo inside the seed, and the condition is known as polyembryony. The name indicates that it is discovered by first the scientist known as Leeuwenhoek in 17th century, 1719, in the seed of lemon. Lemon is a very good example. Lemon, it's a very good example for it. This is your lemon. This is a half portion of lemon. And you can see the lemon, there is a number of seeds in your single fruit. Number of seeds produced. This is example of polyembryony. One of the best example for it. For you can understand. Polyembryony. In a single fruit, there are a number of nucleus or number of seeds produced. Okay. Now we close the chapter of reproductions in higher and lower plants today here. Thank you so much.